What's up, all my gnarly ones? Welcome back to the North American eRacing League on this fine Monday evening for a little bit of NARL Cup Series action. As always, I'm Gator Mike, and I'll be in the booth this evening by myself yet again. So, hope you guys don't get too annoyed with me. Tonight, Cup Series is going to New Hampshire, the Magic Mile, for a little bit of flat track racing here. And if it's anything like the Xfinity race last night and what we saw in the Xfinity race last night, it is going to be an excellent race here this evening. We saw some drivers go back and forth, multiple lanes being used, side-by-side racing for a majority of the final stage. So let's hope for a little bit of that tonight. But tonight, it is race number 17 of the Cup Series schedule here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 150 laps here this evening. I got about 10 or so drivers in the field tonight. Smaller field. I know New Hampshire's not the most popular track on the schedule, but we got a good field. Got some former winners here like Lieutenant Crunch. He's in the show tonight. He's won New Hampshire before, and let's see, our season. Lieutenant Crunch is the only returning race winner here tonight. Shadowhawk and Max Boost are not in the show. So Lieutenant Crunch here won in Season 1 for his first ever NARL victory. And I believe, if I do remember correctly, used a little bit of fuel strat to get that. So can he pull off another upset here tonight? Can he get back to his championship form? We'll find out. He's got some stiff challengers in Big Jim. Ace Strikes is good here. Kevbro loves these flat tracks. So those are a couple guys to watch out for this evening. Right now, fields in qualifying. So we'll be able to join momentarily. Did some warm-ups for these guys. It was a good one. Something to watch out for, though, with these Cup Series cars is that loose off condition. Loose off tonight is going to be a big issue for a lot of these drivers. How can they adjust their cars to make sure that that does not happen? How can they stay off of that seam? There's a seam right there between the bottom lane and the middle lane. If they get just a little bit loose and hook that seam, they're going to go around. How can they mitigate that with some adjustments tonight? Who's going to be able to adjust the best and adapt the best over the course of these 150 laps we're going to see tonight? Who knows? We're going to find out here shortly. Glad to have you here on this Monday evening. Tonight's race will be brought to you by JDCNC. Go to shopjdcnc.com. Order some personalized items, anything, engraving, T-shirts, hats, whatever. They do all sorts of different things. Check them out, shopjdcnc.com. Qualifying just wrapping up here. So results will come out momentarily. But after our doubleheader last week at Michigan, that is a fast 2-mile banked oval. How quickly can they adjust to this track here tonight? It's got some pretty heavy braking zones. You got to roll the corner. What kind of adjustments can these guys make? How quickly can they adjust from that Michigan track to tonight? That could be key to stage 1 at least. And see what these guys got. Results coming shortly. Here for the Foxwoods 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The Magic Mile. Not exactly sure why it's magical, but who knows. Starting lineup for tonight is as follows. On the pole, we're going to have Big Jim with a 28.546. Outside of the front row in second place will be Lieutenant Crunch. Third place, Kevbro 716. Fourth, it's going to be Ace Strikes. Fifth, You Already Heard. Sixth is Decent House, call up from the Truck Series tonight. Seventh is The Ghost. Eighth, I2 Ball Stick for You. Ninth, LD Allen. And rounding out the field, top 10, TK270 _ Kelvin. He's fast here, but he's got to drive through the whole field, so we'll see what he can do in stage one. See how these guys adjust for these cars, whether they want to go for a short run car or a long run car. That's going to make a bit of a difference. Personally, I'd probably go for a longer run car. With the smaller field, I don't think we're going to see too many cautions here this evening. So let's see what we got on tap here. 150 laps, 50% race, 2 times wear, all flags, stages on, relaxed cautions, damage on, expert difficulty. Here for our NARL Cup Series. As it looks like I should be able to join any second now. Yes, I can go ahead and join. So I'm going to go blue screen here for just a minute. I'm going to accept this invite. And we're going to hop into this race here tonight. Tonight's race, along with JDCNC, is also going to be brought to you by Fanatec. See what kind of thing they give us here tonight. Going to give us the pedals. The pedals. If you got some pedals, they're going to be put to some serious use here tonight. A lot of throttle play, a lot of throttle control, heavy braking. Those Fanatec pedals, if you got some, may just come in handy. As we wait to load in, these guys should be firing off here any second. Right on time. Off into turn one for the very first time. Multiple lanes here at New Hampshire. You can go from the bottom, you can go all the way to the top. Most people, I think, the popular lane is going to be right around the middle. Maybe the second lane up from the bottom. Maybe third lane, depending on how you want to drive your car. You might be seeing some drivers diamond the corners. Lots of different options for New Hampshire here, and how you drive, how you set up your car. That's one of the things you love to see in this game, is options. So right now, Big Jim has taken the lead out by himself. Ace Strikes right now battling with Lieutenant Crunch for second place. He is going to clear Crunch right there. So move the 16 up to second. Crunch right now going to defend You Already Heard and Kevbro. Pair of Toyotas there for third. Kevbro looking underneath the driver, number 24 right now. So side by side down the front straightaway and into one. Here on lap number 3. Crunch from second place has fallen back here early on. It's already back to 5th place. So the 24 car not handling very well, or not very fast here on the immediate short run. Might be setting him up for a long run car here tonight. The back half of the field, though, we had some battling. Ball Stick, not looking forward to New Hampshire. This is not one of his favorite tracks. But these guys are all in the same party chat, all trying to have a good time. Nice looking camo scheme there from the 8. As well as the 00 here. This is my favorite scheme from the 00. Glad to see LD Allen whip that out for tonight's race. See right there behind Allen, got the Ghost, got Decent House, and TK, who looks like he skimmed the wall there off of 2. Ghost all the way up next to the outside wall there in 3, coming out of 4. Decent House is going to be able to clear him, get around him there for 7th place. Groove goes back to 8th. Right now we're on board with Kevin riding at 9th. Kevin was fast in the Xfinity race last night in Stage 1 before he blew a motor. Unfortunately lagged out there in Stage 1. Had a really good car there. We'll see how he can navigate his way through this field tonight in the Cup Series. Beautiful Valvoline number 88. Back to the front though, we've got Big Jim, who washes up just a little bit there in the middle of 1 and 2. That might have been a little bit too wide, just a hair. It's going to allow Ace Strikes to get within a car length of the lead. See different lines here being used. Jim in that 3rd lane, Ace in the 2nd. Ace is going to get a really good run off the corner. We're going to be neck and neck down the front straightaway. Driver the 16 looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. Onto that flat, low lane. That bottom lane there is flatter than lanes 2 and 3, but Ace makes it work. He's going to sneak up just in front of Jim. Jim may have cut him a break there. As there's Kev Bro, he's all the way down on the apron. Apron can be ran at this track. And Kev Bro is going to be able to clear for 2nd. So Big Jim right now under fire here. You already heard right there behind him. We've got a 5-car breakaway here for the lead. Hurd has seemed to have found his groove lately. He has won 2 out of the last 4 races after going winless in the first 13. Saw a little bit of the same out of him last season. Slow start to the season, but really picked it up halfway to the finish. Made the Final 4 yet again. 2 wins out of the last 4. That momentum is on his side right now, riding in 4th place. Decent House. Ooh, he washed up there, got really tight off of 4. He's moved up to 6th place. Driving the number 95, formerly held by NR Lewis. Lewis had to retire from league racing this season. He's pursuing school and going to school for his career, so we wish him the best. Wish he was still here racing with us, but more important thing to call from NR Lewis. Still got these 5 fighting for the lead here. Crunch hanging on to the tail end of this pack. We have 36 laps here in Stage 1. That's going to be close for these guys to make it. I don't think they will be able to make it. Yeah, I don't think they'll make it on tires or fuel. – 24 laps remaining out of that 36. Here in Stage 1, Ace Strikes is pulling a little bit of a cap over Kev Bro, over Big Jim. Big Jim's getting the nose there from You Already Heard to the peak. Closes in. Kev Bro. Ace really wide there into 1. That's a sharp diamond there from the 16. Starting to pull a gap there over 2nd place on back. That's where the action is at right now. Big Jim not letting Kev Bro get away. Okay, so fuel is good here for Stage 1, but tires may be the issue. These guys are going to have to take care of them. Kev Bro into the wall off of 4. That's going to allow Jim to take a look here into turn 1. And he's going to make that pass. Kind of cuts Kev off there coming out of 2. Crunch looking at You Already Heard there. Can't miss Crunch tonight, looking like a bumblebee. You saw Crunch fall back on the start. His short run speed was not there, but he may have that long run speed as we approach the second half here of stage number 1. He has not let these guys get away. Just made a pass on Hurd for 4th. Let's see if he can run down Kev Bro. Big Jim Ace strikes up there. You Already Heard is really falling off. Something must have happened to him. Lost the gap there to the front 4. Now coming under fire there from Decent House. Ghost is right there in 7th place as well. Kev Bro and Jim continue to fight back and forth. Looks like Jim was running that line that Kev Bro wanted to. Jim almost skims the wall. Keeps it off of there. Crunch looking for 3rd. Just couldn't get a good run through the middle of the corner there, but he does get a fairly sizable launch off, but not close enough to make a move just yet. Crunch all the way down on the apron. Kemper is going to catch the wall again. Crunch might have caught the seam there that I was talking about in pre-race. Sent him down there onto the apron as he did lose some time. Crunch still looking for his first win this season. That ball stick there was sitting on the inside of the track right here on the inside wall. Looked like he was just getting a good view of everybody driving by. Looked like he was just chilling. Down there out of the exit 2. Ball sack just sitting there busting. Kev hitting the wall. That's allowed Jim to get away. We have a fight for first place there as Jim's not letting Ace get too far out ahead. Ace still running that really wide angle there. Really trying to get a straight launch off of the corner. Gives up some time in the middle, but makes it on exit. All the way out to the light colored asphalt. That's where the PJ1 isn't. We'll be coming to 11 to go next time by here. The very first stage at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Great day for a race. Got the Goodyear blimp up in the sky, partly cloudy. Nice blue sky here in Loudon. This track, you can get a little bit of a draft there down the straightaways, and it does help. Big Jim really burning off that right rear tire. He's got some heavy right rear tire wear. That 3 car is going to start getting really loose here off the corners. I do think if he keeps keeping that thing up like he is. Ace is starting to get a little bit loose there off the corner, you saw. A little twitch out of the 16 there as he tries to correct it. All the way up to the wall for the 16. Jim's going to look underneath. We've got to fight for the lead. A little bit of a bump, a little bit of a door. Jim going to back off, let him have it. Ace with a much lower line there in 3 and 4. Maybe a little bit of a defense play there from the driver of the 16. Jim is hounding Ace strikes right now. And the driver of the number 3 there find his way around the 16 and pick up yet another playoff point, another stage win here this season. Got a really good run off of 2. He's going to back off though. He doesn't want to make the move just yet. Kind of sizing up Ace right now. That 16 is super loose off the corner. He's losing a lot of time there off the corner. Big Jim going to look underneath again. Doesn't have the momentum off of 2. That is one thing about the high lane here. You are able to carry that momentum off the corner. So another defense there from Ace. We do have a battle for 3rd place now. Crunch trying everything he can do to get around Kev Bro. And he's going to be able to make that move. To move Crunch up to 3rd. Can he run down these top 2? If they start fighting, he might have a shot. Ace still really loose off the corner. He's dying for the end of the stage. Jim still not able to clear. But he does now. So move Big Jim to the front. Ace Strike's going to have to settle back here in 2nd place. Oh, he gives Jim a bump. And Ace Strike's get him back. He dives it in there. Can he make a move back on Big Jim? Grab a stage victory. We've got 2 to go here. Lap and a half left. As the battle rages on for 3rd. Crunch Kevro still going at it. Ace is still right there with Jim. As we're going to see the white flag here for stage number 2. Or stage number 1, pardon me. Getting ready for stage number 2. Ace hounding that bumper of Jim. Didn't get a good run off of 2. That might have sealed the deal. He's coming in. He's going to try to give him a bump and run. Not close enough. Big Jim going to hang on, take stage 1 here tonight at New Hampshire. Ace strikes in second. Crunch is going to get third. Kevro fourth. You already heard. Going to round out the top 5. The Ghost just missed out on stage points. He did a really good job running those guys down. Comes up just short. Big Jim keeps his max points not alive. Pole sitter, stage 1 winner. This is the first opportunity for these boys to make some adjustments here tonight. And it couldn't have come at a better time. I know some of these guys were hurt. Start on stage number 2. Everybody, all 10 drivers, still going to be on the lead lap. Ballstick is going to get that free pass, put him back on the lead lap. So here we are on to stage number 2. Ace strikes didn't go. Must have missed a shift there. He's really going to check up the outside line. We're going to go 3 wide into 1. Goes on the bottom lane. Kevin washes up. 4 wide. Back down to 3 here as they come off of 2. Terrible, terrible restart there for Ace. He's going to go all the way back to about 6th, 7th place. So there's still 3 wide here. That shift, and that was all she wrote there for Ace strikes. He's got some work to do now. There he is. He's going to settle out in 5th place once all the dust is settled. You already heard right there in 6th. Battle for 7th is Decent House and LD Allen. Looks like Decent House is going to get that for now. Battle for 8th. Allen and Ghost. Ghost is going to take it. Allen goes to the back. You got Ballstick back there in 10th, just chilling. Still chilling there in the 8th. Ace strikes, driving furiously right now, trying to get his way back up. Oh, he got loose. Super loose there. He's going to lose 3 or 4 spots. Big loose there from the 16. Right as soon as he made his way back up to a good spot. Up to 4th. He lost track position again. Still a long way to go here tonight at New Hampshire. Can't get flustered at this point. This early on in the race. Can't let it get to you. You just got to take a deep breath, find your groove again. This Big Jim is out front, followed closely by Lieutenant Crunch and Kev Bro. They've got a pretty good gap over 4th place, who is TK270 Kelvin. Like Crunch is running he's running a lane lower than Jim. Top 3 got a really big gap. I was waiting for Jim to swap over to his timing and scoring to see how big of a gap. Right now he's got it on his car status. Stage 2 is much longer than Stage 1. We still have 45 laps left here in Stage 2. You saw Kevro get around Lieutenant Crunch there for 2nd. He's going to take his turn at it. goes. Kevin's going to hit the wall. TK270 Kelvin there hit the wall off the floor. That's going to allow You Already Heard to move up into the 4th spot. And here comes Ace looking to get under Kevin here for 5th. Kevin skims it again. Ace drives it in deep. Makes it stick. Got it woed up. Slide up in front of the 88 here. Clean pass from the 16, moving him up to 5th. Looking like he's struggling just a little bit right now. Out of his rhythm, out of his groove. This is a rhythm racetrack. Decent House gets loose there off the 4. Trying to get around the 88. He's going to do so here in 1. Ghost is looking to follow him through. He's going to do so as well. Put the 88 from 4th place back to 8th here in just a span of a few laps. Not looking good right now. On board with number 43 of the Ghost. Running in 7th place here tonight. Still chilling. Wait for that final stage, you know. Just cruising out here by himself. Waiting to see torpedo somebody. Torpedoes are open for business. Just haven't been engaged yet. Allen right now running in 9th place. Gee whiz. Gee willikers. This car is just not good. Good golly gosh. But for real though, this is not one of Allen's stronger tracks. He's just trying to survive the night. Crunch is kind of falling off the lead duo there of Kev Bro and Jim. Ace closing in on You Already Heard for 4th. But he catches that seam there off of 2. Had to let off the gas. Lost some time. Decent House right behind him. Seven laps left here in stage 2. You Already Heard gets super loose. These guys will have to pit this stage. They cannot make it on fuel. You Already Heard gave up 4th. He gave up 5th as well as Decent House got around. Move Ace back up to 4th. He can run down those top 3. Sitting 2nd in points. Really found that momentum there, as I mentioned, after those 2 wins. It has vaulted him all the way up to 2nd. Don't know that he's going to be able to reach Big Jim before the end of the regular season. Jim is just, he's on a whole different level this season. He's got a huge lead in the points. I think he's over 100 points ahead of You Already Heard. Big Jim's kind of got that regular season title secured. Just trying to find a gap there for second place in the point standings, trying to secure some playoff points that way. Oh, Kev Bro, that was close. Big moment there. The driver of the 20, good job on Crunch there. He had to check up, but it saved them both by doing so. Crunch needs a really good points night tonight. Right now he is sitting outside of the points looking in. Sitting currently in 10th place. 31 below the cutoff here for the Cup Series, so he needs a great points night tonight. Especially with Sharp missing yet another one. That bubble is going to be super close heading into our next race, as Sharp is joining the chat. Jagboy also missing the race tonight, as well as Captain Killam. So a lot of these guys who are really close on that bubble missing the race tonight, so it's really going to close that up. Great opportunity for TK 270 Kelvin, Lieutenant Crunch, Ball Stick to make up some ground on those guys. Crunch using the apron here off of 2. Makes it work as Kevro gets a little tight, clips the wall. That was a little sporty clip of the wall there from Kevro. Pun intended. Dad joke intended. Here comes the 16 though. He's looking strong. Kevro defending here. He may be pitting this lap. Yep, Kevro is coming in. First of your leaders to pit. Driver the number 20. He's going to split this stage in half. Try to do it that way. Interesting call. We may see some drivers take 2. Try to run it all the way out and take 2. We're going to see some try to split it here. See if anybody comes down this time. Maybe not. The rest of the leaders stay out another lap. Loose. He's usually one to run it all the way out. That's just one of his tendencies, is to run it all the way out, but we'll see. As I say that, here comes the driver of the 18. Breaking his normal tendencies here. He's going to pit, try to split the stage in half as well, grabbing 4 fresh tires. So the top 4 right now is Big Jim, Lieutenant Crunch, Ace Strikes, Decent House. Ace is going to pit. Late call there from the 16. Called an audible there, 16 down pit lane. 25 laps to go here in stage 1. Or stage 2. Man, I'm getting my stages all mixed up tonight. Let's go back up to second. Looks like we got another one coming down pit lane. That's Ball Stick. I'm gonna go chill on pit lane for a little bit, just chilling. Tell you what, Crunch hasn't let Jim get too far out ahead here. really good car for the 24 tonight. This is exactly what he needed. This season has not gone how he expected it to. They got a pretty big gap over third place and fourth place. We've only got 3 cars left out on the track here who have yet to pit. That's going to be Big Jim, Lieutenant Crunch, and the Ghost. They have yet to pit. So these are the guys that are going to try to run it all the way out here. Either take 2 or maybe even take 4 and try to use those fresh tires at the end of the stage to run down the guys in front of them. Crunch coming in now. Tell you what, lap time fall off isn't too great here. Maybe about half a second. So not terrible. Wait for our leader to come down. Ghost right here is in second place. He has yet to pit as well. So it's just Jim and Ghost remaining here who have yet to pit in stage 2. Coming out of the pits there behind the 16, so the 16 is going to leapfrog him in that pit cycle. The 16 did pit a few laps earlier, so we'll see if Crunch can get back around him with those 4 fresh ones. The leader stay out another lap. Jim's still got 12 laps left on fuel. I don't know if he's got that many on tires. Pretty certain he's going to run it all the way out. As is the Ghost. Feel pretty spread out now after the round of pit stops. And you see the Ghost, he's staying right there with Crunch. Crunch has those 4 tires, Ghost is on those old ones, and it's they're not really taking too much ground there. As Big Jim, our leader, comes in the pit, that's going to cycle around to the Ghost here. He's going to lead the lap tonight. You see, those tires don't make too much of a difference. Looks like Ghost is coming in this time. He is the last driver that has yet to pit. In fact, he is going to hit pit lane this time around. But he put some really good laps together there at the end of his run. Did not let those 4 tires get away from him. So some hot laps there on old tires for the Ghost. Big Jim off of pit lane. Out in front. Looks like Ace is going to cycle out of these pit stops in second place. Crunch is going to be third. Looks like Kev Bro back there in 4th. So you're looking at your top 3 right here. Crunch has lost some time to the 16. I don't know what he did on his pit stop, if he took 2 tires or what, but it has not worked out for Lieutenant Crunch. This car looks super loose. Kepler right here in 4th. You already heard rounds out your top 5. And he's got a battle on his hands with Decent House here for 5th. He's going to go all the way to the wall. He's going to let Decent House go. Tough decision there for You Already Heard, giving up a stage point there for a non-Cup Series regular. But just decent house right now at this point in the race is faster. Heard didn't want to hold him up. Remember, You Already Heard was the first driver on pit lane, or one of the first. He goes back here with TK 270 Kelvin. Had a slow stop. Get around the track. No, not just yet. Nope. There it is. Kevin's going to hit the wall there off of 4. Ghost isn't going to be able to clear him. And get around for that position. Trying to pull an over-under here on the 43. 43 is going to have to check up. Ran really wide, really tight there off of 2. That opened the door for Kevin to get back around. So put the 88 back up a spot. Battle rages on between these two. They are in a party chat together, so they can't communicate. Goes all the way down there below the yellow line, using that apron to try to get his car to turn. Kevin all the way next to the wall. Neck and neck off of 4. Kevin's got that momentum there off the corner from the high lane. Holds off the Ghost for another lap. Ghost again using that apron. Oh, he got close to giving him a bump. We've got 10 laps to go here in stage 1, or stage 2. Meanwhile, Decent House has gotten up to 4th place, getting around Lieutenant Crunch. So that 95 right now is moving. He has made the right adjustments here. He's got that 95 tuned up to 4th place, setting his sights on Kev Rowe. Just up the road here, about a second. Is hooked up. Decent House has got the fastest car on the track right now. He is outpacing our leader, Big Jim. Ace Strikes as well. The 95 is the fastest car on the track. Making some big ground here on Kev. Gained a couple tenths there just that last lap. Got the gap to within about 7 tenths of the 20 car. We're gonna have a fight for 3rd here before too long. Before the end of the stage, for sure. There's 7 laps remaining. 5 tenths between the 20 and the 95. Second lead over the 16 of Ace Strikes. He was rebounded nicely after that really tough start in stage 2. Missed a shift, went all the way to the back, about 8th place. Rebounded, drove all the way back up to 4th, and hit that seam, and went back to 8th again. So a great rebound here from Ace Strikes, as Decent House has caught Kev Rowe here for 3rd. He is on him. Make an outside move here. Very rare that you can get that to work, but he has made it work. And Kepler is just going to let him go. Moved Decent up to 3rd place. He made all the right adjustments there in that 95. It is hooked up, and he is coming to the front. gained half a second on Big Jim in the last couple laps, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to get there. We have 4 laps remaining in the stage. There's your leader, Big Jim. Coming up on some lap traffic, looks like Ballstick, who's still just chilling. Change the name to I2 Chillin' for you. Sitting there busting in 10th place. 3 laps remaining in the stage. Let's see if Jim just plays nicely here with Ballstick. Trying to avoid going another lap down. Just got to hold off our leader here, Jim, for another lap and a half. Jim's got a 3-second gap to second place. Around 1 more lap to go here in stage number 2. Like Big Jim is going to let Ballstick keep that lap. He's backed off just a little bit here. The battle rages on for second place. Looks like Ace Strikes is going to be able to hold off Decent House, as Decent got really close to him here. But it's going to be Big Jim. 1 pole, 1 stage 1. He's won stage 2, keeping that max point slide alive. As Ace Strikes, Decent House come across the line for 2nd and 3rd. Kebro going to come home 4th in the stage. Lieutenant Crunch going to round out your top 5 here for stage number 2. So stages are done. 1 more left. Final stage tonight, race to the finish. Coming up here in the North American eRacing League's Foxwood stage 2. Can he get to Big Jim, give him something? Ace is going to stick his nose in there between the battle between Kebro and Decent House. Decent's going to hold on to that spot, but he goes really wide there into 1. Drove it too deep. Kebro's got to get around. Ace trying to follow him through. Here's You Already Heard. Close battling here at the beginning of this stage. Looks like Ballstick may have blown an engine. Called it the night there. Kebro in 2nd place. Ace Strikes in 3rd. Looking for 2nd. That's a really good run there off of 4. Great run there from the 16 off of 4. So we have 50 laps remaining, 100 complete, 100 down, 50 to go here in New Hampshire. These drivers will have to make a pit stop here in the final stage. Big Jim looking for max points here tonight. Won the pole, won both stages. Right now he is still your leader. He's got a pretty good gap. About a second and a half over second place, Ace Strikes. Got Kebro, a decent house, and a whole train of others right there behind them. The whole field, 2nd through 9th, right here, under a blanket. Ace pushes wide there off of 4. That opens the door for Kev to look underneath. Kev runs him up the track just a bit. Not able to clear the 16. Looking to pinch the 20. Great defense from Ace Strikes. Oh, he's going to get a bump from the 20. Go on board with Kevro here. As we have ball stick now in our chat as Kebro gets loose, hits the wall. Great save there. We got ball stick in our chat now. He's what's from chilling on track, chilling in the chat. I too chilling for you. Now with a gap over Kev. This Kev's got a whole host of cars right behind him. Oh, ball stick, it's about having fun, man. About having fun. Getting in the party chat, having fun with the boys. Not about where you finish, just about if you had a good time or not. As the Ace Strikes, he's been reeled back in by Kev. So it got out to a little bit of gap as these guys started checking up with each other. Has now been run back down. Decent house still right here in 4th place. You already heard it in 5th. Everybody's just kind of hanging out right now. Crunching 6th. Not really trying anything here. TK in 7th, Ghost in 8th, LD Allen rounding out your field there at the tail end, the white and red car in 9th. 9 drivers remain here tonight. They're all still right here together. Ghost with a good run there. Kevin for 8th. Sorry, 7th. That's the 7th. My math is terrible tonight. Battle of the Toyotas right here for 3rd. Decent house is right on the back bumper of Kev. Looks like Decent House had a really good long run car, so we'll see if that thing dials in here in the second half of this run. He was making absolute bangers of lap times there to end stage 2. Toyotas in a row, Kev, Decent, and You Already Heard. 20 to 95 in the 18. Glad to see Joe run the Snickers car because I think Ballstick needs a Snickers after tonight. You're not you when you're hungry there, ball stick. Right on board. As you already heard, got loose there off the floor. Crunch is going to take that spot, put him up to 5th place. This is the kind of run that Crunch needs. A nice top 5 night with some stage points. He's got the stage points. He's just got to keep this track position. Needs this really good run. Those points are going to be awfully tight after tonight. Tell you what, on the first half of these runs, it doesn't look like anybody has anything for Big Jim. He just gets such a big lead, builds a huge lead, and it just takes, everybody just burns up their stuff trying to keep up with him. Can't catch him there on the long run. We'll see what Decent House has got. He seems to have the fastest long run car. Ace has got a really good car, but he seems to get loose on the longer run and fall off. Same with Kevbro. As Crunch has gotten around Decent there. Decent must have made a mistake, so Crunch up to 4th place. The Bumblebee. LT Bumblebee. Top 3 have now gotten away. It's 4th on back, have been racing, lost some ground. Still got 1 round of pit stops remaining here tonight. Still got a ways to go before we get there. Jim still got about 22 laps left of fuel. So we've got some time before these pit stops. Oh, somebody got loose there off the back. They saved it though. I think that was You Already Heard. It was. I'll get lap count next time by. I think just like that last time, some of these guys are going to split the stage in half for a short pit and make up that ground. We've got 32 laps remaining. Jim's got about 21 left on tires. Gap over Ace. Jim has just had the dominant car here tonight. That 3 cars look so good. He's just been on an absolute different level this season. I think he's finished outside the top 5 once. I'll double check that right now, but I think it's just once. Oh, sorry, 3 times. But he's finished inside the top 8 every single race. So he is just racking up those points. He's just on a whole different level. He's going to come down pit lane early. Big Jim. He's going to change it up. Interesting. Our leader on pit lane early. Decent House on pit lane as well. Interesting to see Big Jim come down. He stayed out longer than almost anybody last round in stage 2, but he's one of the first to pit here in the final stage. Interesting call. This is a really early pit stop. Interesting there from Big Joe. Kebra is going to come in this time. Another one of your leaders on pit lane. So we're cycling through final pit stops here tonight. Got another one electing to come down the pit lane right there. That's going to be TK270 Kelvin. Crunch coming in. Levy relinquished the lead. Now Ace Strikes right now is in the lead, has yet to pit. Trying to put down some laps on these older tires. You Already Heard is also yet to pit. Got to be hoping for a caution there for the 18. Oh, Big Jim hard into the wall. Hard into the wall off of 2. Got to think that damage isn't going to help. As Ace Strikes, your leader comes down pit lane. That's going to cycle. You Already Heard to the front. Yet to make his final stop. You Already Heard is the last driver who has yet to make a pit stop. Still keeping up with these guys that have got fresher tires, so that tire fall off is not all that great. Strikes coming off pit lane right there. He's going to come out behind Crunch, Kebro, and Decent House, but he's going to have fresher tires in all 3. Let's see if he can do anything with those 4 fresh ones. As Kebro's going to look underneath You Already Heard, get a lap back here, put himself back on the lead lap. When does Heard come down pit lane? He is the last driver to pit. When will he duck down that pit entry and make that move? Decent House is now going to get around him. Comes Ace Strike's going to get around him. So put all of these drivers back on the lead lap. Heard, is he coming to pit lane now? Yes, he is. Final car to hit pit lane tonight, You Already Heard. That's going to move the lead back around to Big Jim, who's got a huge gap over these guys, about a 6-second gap. Over second place on back. He made up a whale of time there, getting on and off pit lane. So unless something happens to Jim, he's got this one on lockdown, it appears. We have 19 laps remaining. Right now we're going to take a little bit of a crank it up here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. As you saw, A strikes there, get around Kebra for second place. Move the 16 back up to second here, as they've checked out over fourth place on back. So right now, A strikes Kebra running second and third. Battle for an interview here. Decent House hanging out there in fourth. Crunch rounding out your top five. Big Jim, though, he's got a 5-second lead over A strikes. They have trimmed about a second into it. Here he is. Cranking off another lap here tonight at Loudon, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 13 to go. Lucky number 13. Lead stabilized at around 5 seconds, just a little bit over. Second and third right here. A strikes Kebra. Decent House hanging out in fourth. Everybody's pretty spread out here after those pit stops. Decent skims the wall there off of two. Spread out pretty evenly. There is a battle back here for a spot between Kevin, Ghost, you already heard, closing in with the freshmen. Ghost really diamonding there the corner. Drives it in super deep into 3. Doesn't really gain or lose any time to Kevin right there. But he's picking up that draft down the straightaway, so that is going to help keep him in touch. Closest battle on track right there. As Ace has driven away from Kevro for second. Ace is actually closing on Jim a little bit. It's down to about 4.5 seconds. But I think he's going to run out of time. We only have 7 laps left. Not the yellow cards, Lieutenant Crunch sitting 5th. Kevin 6th. Ghost 7th. You already heard right here in 8th. All battling right here for position. This is 5th through 8th. Trying to get that extra little statistic there. Grab that top 5. Crunch hang on. His car seems to have fallen off on this long run. He's only got a handful of laps remaining to hold these guys off. Hurd with the freshest tires of these 4. He's closed right in on the Ghost. Ghost looking underneath Kevin here for 6th. Only have 4 laps left. Oh! A little bit of a bump. You already heard with a great rotation there. Three wide for 6th. They're 3 wide for 6th place. 3 to go. You already heard trying to get around Kevin now. Looks like all this fighting is going to let Crunch keep that spot. We got 2 to go. Here comes Jim around in turn number 4. Takes the white flag here at New Hampshire. 1 lap to go. Brought to you by JDCNC. Big Jim out for a cruise. Ace Strikes is willing to lead down to 3 seconds, but it's not going to be enough. Big Jim half lap remaining here at New Hampshire. Rounding 3 and 4 for the final time. He sees the checkered flag waving in the air. Big Jim out of turn 4 is going to win New Hampshire. Ace Strikes going to grab 2nd. Well, something happened to Decent there. Crunch got around Decent House. No, that's You Already Heard. My apologies. So Crunch holds off You Already Heard for 5th. So Kemper's going to get 3rd. Decent House 4th. Lieutenant Crunch 5th. You Already Heard 6th. TK270 Kelvin going to grab 7th. Ghost 8th. LD Allen 9th. And I2 Ballstick for you, rounding out your top 10 here tonight at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Big Jim sweeps the night. Go ahead, go blue screen, send him a party invite. So don't mind me here. Make sure this starts. Yep, party has been created. So we'll wait for our race winner and runner-up to hop up in here. Fastest lap of the night goes to Kebro with a 28.613. Great race we saw here tonight. We wait for our winner to join. Like the Xfinity race last night, good stuff we saw here tonight from the Cup Series at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Coming out with the win is going to be Big Jim, and he has now joined us on the broadcast. Big Jim, max points tonight. You swept it. Man, I mean, you're just clicking on all cylinders this season. New Hampshire's not really a track you're known for. How did you get it done tonight and look so dominant doing so?
Whew, man. Yeah, that that one feels good because it's very close in my estimation to Martinsville, just a little bit wider. So it kind of gives me some hope going into the next Martinsville race in the playoffs. But yeah, this track really isn't one that's always circled on my list, but I had a lot of practice in other leagues, so that helped.
It definitely helped. Tonight you picked up your 5th win of the season. It looked like you were in a league of your own. Not really anybody challenged you all night. You were able to get off early on those short runs with some great short run speed, and just nobody could catch you after that. Kind of motor did you have under that hood tonight, my friend?
Chevrolet. I don't know what it is, man. It feels like having a Chevy. I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm faster with the Chevy. So unfortunately, it means I won't be running the 11 anymore in any league. But having this 3 car, it's fast, man.
Yeah, man, you're doing it for Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Making Dale proud because Austin Dillon isn't.
Maybe I can get a championship like he did.
Well, we've had 17 races this season. You've won 5 of them. And in all 17, you have yet to finish outside the top 8. So, I mean, what is it about this season compared to seasons past that just puts you on a whole new level, almost like a max boost type level?
Yeah, well, that's part of it is being there with guys like practicing with Sayo, practicing or racing against Max and Echo. Is that I'm putting myself against the very best in preset side. So I feel like being among that company, getting my butt kicked every other Friday. It's just it kind of teaches you a thing about these tracks. We had Echo came to New Hampshire just a week ago, and I mean that's kind of where I got my practice. It's where I learned where the line was, how I could use that seam to rotate the car. So yeah, having that kind of company and understand what they do kind of helps me in the NARL.
Well, I guess that timed out perfectly with Echo last week. Gave you all sorts of practice for tonight. So I mean. Ace doesn't want an interview. Sorry. So I mean, what does that? How does that help you running multiple different leagues in terms of being able to base setups off of past races or other drivers? How does that help you in terms of success here in the NARL?
Yeah, it kind of teaches me the limitations of my car. I can kind of figure out where, I can pick up the gas or where I'll have to let somebody by or if I'll have to, be a little bit hesitant under the throttle, try not to run somebody over. It's really given me a lot of experience, and I've ran this game too much. It's a problem. But definitely that experience, it helps with NARL.
Well, we've got Thursday off. So 1 week from tonight is going to be Iowa Speedway. What are your outlooks? What are your prospects for that little less than 1 mile, like 3/4 mile track over there?
Yeah, Iowa. It's a
very similar to Richmond.
It is very similar to Richmond. I actually use the outside though on restarts, and anytime I
Hmm.
have fresh tires, I feel like that outside gives me a nice run off. But if you don't remember, that was my first ever call up to Cup, and I felt like I did pretty well, except I was on controller then, and I get loose on long runs. I don't really play with setups much, so I kind of rely on the wheel to, push me through some of those harder tracks. Hopefully, I can show some speed at Iowa. I haven't been able. I don't think I've raced it in like since season one. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
first ever call up to Cup was in season one, and you did finish second there. So that kind of bodes well for you, my friend, as we head into Iowa 1 week from tonight. Before we let you head on out, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, definitely a shout out to you for commentating. I know that you're all alone up in the booth.
All
If you
alone
need
by
in
my
race,
lonesome.
if you need an in race reporter, I'll try my darndest. But also shout out to all the guys in the Cup Series. We had another full party, and it was just pretty jovial. People were not happy that it was New Hampshire, obviously, but there were a lot
Make,
of jokes being thrown
make the
around, so
best
it
of it.
was tough. Made the best of it for sure.
All right, well, Jim, congratulations. Win number 5 of the season, and we will see you 1 week from tonight at Iowa Speedway.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
I'm going to go blue screen one more time. We're going to get our third place finisher in here, Kev Bro, as Ace has declined an interview for tonight. Very unhappy with himself. Felt like he gave one away there. So we're going to go ahead and get Kev Bro up in here, see what he's got to say. We'll scroll over to the number 20 here and go find that red and white sport clip scheme. There it is. As we wait for our third place finisher to join, and he does right now. Kev Bro, man, you had this one circled on the schedule. You love these flat tracks, and tonight you got a top 5 car tonight. I mean, what more could you have put under the hood of that number 20 to compete with Big Jim here?
More long run speed. I was so fast on short runs. I was running 28 sixes,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oof, this is going to be too loose on a long run. And I was on slider 4, so just more long run speed. Once I got the left rear raised a little bit, that seemed to help, but it took away all my short run speed. And in stage 3, Ace and I got battling pretty early in the run. I felt like I was a little bit faster on short runs, but he had more long run speed, so I was hoping he was going to let me go and follow me for a little bit till his car kicked in. But no, nothing more I could have done. Jim's super talented, and to finish within 5 seconds of him was pretty fine.
Super talented he is. He's been on point this season. But speaking of points, you got a pretty good points night here tonight. Finished top 5 both stages and coming out in third place. So one of your better performances overall this season. What is it about these flat tracks in New Hampshire that you just like about them?
I think it's just the way I drive it, get the car pointed in the right direction on entry. A lot of brake too. These flat tracks are all about your lift points and your brake points, and how you get the car to the center of the corner and then get it pointed off. I wish I could do this at Martinsville because I do like that track. It's so broken on this game, man. But I love New Hampshire. It's always been a favorite of mine, dating back to NASCAR Heat 4. Man, I wish I could have won this race. If Jim wasn't there, I might have had a shot, but.
Yeah, well, you had a great run, great battle in Xfinity last night with Always Joker coming out in second place there, and you backed it up again tonight with another top 3 in the Cup Series. Next up, I mentioned to Jim, 1 week from tonight, we're off Thursday, so a flatter track. What are your prospects for there? How you like that place?
I like Iowa. I think it's big Richmond. I think Richmond's a little bit tougher on this game, especially exit of turn 2. I think Iowa's a little bit less broken in that regard. Iowa's cool too because it's really racy. There's a ton of different racing lines, especially on restarts. You can use the high line to make up a little bit of time. But I think towards the end of the run, you're going to see everybody kind of ripping the bottom, and it's totally different field from New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire, you got to attack the corners, and Iowa, you kind of got to let it roll. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, kind of like Formula One, IndyCar, you got a podium here tonight. Top 3 finish. Who you want to give a shout out to before we let you head on out?
Shout out you for putting the race on all by yourself. Sucks no one else could join the booth.
I'm used to it by now.
Shout out to Jim. Ran a hell of a race. Shout out to the boys, Decent House and Joe, the old former Elite Motorsports guys. They ran good races. I thought Decent House was going to be a force for the run, but I think he went the wrong way in an adjustment in Stage 3 because he was hauling the mail in Stage 2.
Yeah, at the end of Stage 2, he was the fastest car on track, just kind of fell off there at the end. But Kev, bro, congratulations, my friend. Great top 3 finish tonight, and we will see you 1 week from tonight at Iowa.
Sounds good, man.
All right, as I just mentioned, Cup Series, next time you'll see them in action. They are off this Thursday. Will be next Monday night, same place, same time. They will be at Iowa Speedway, a little bit of short track racing. Before then, though, this week, Truck Series is in action tomorrow night, Tuesday night. They will be going to Richmond. So some short track racing in the trucks, heading to Richmond Raceway tomorrow night. Xfinity, they'll be in action as well this Wednesday. It is the makeup date for the Charlotte Roval, so they're going to do some road course racing there. It's going to be a full 100% race at that track, 55 laps for the Xfinity cars around the Roval. So those are the next 3 races here in the North American eRacing League. Got a little bit of everything. So to all my gnarly ones out there, thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And y'all stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time.